everyone, my name is Mary and welcome to Quinn Ink. Today in this video, as you can see from the little dragonfly, we are on part number 5. And today we're actually going to finish the dragonfly and make the hood, as you can see right here. I finished the hood. We have a single crochet border on it, and we're going to be doing these half double crochets, chain ones. So remember, when you're doing your hood, as you are crocheting this and making a big square, you are going to be trying this on to make sure that this actually fits your head. So I hope that we can get started on this. So you're going to be using white yarn instead of the blueberry yarn that I have been using, and you're also going to be using your 5.5 millimeter hook. We're going to be working on the top of the cardigan, if I can get a good view of it. So as you can see where the buttons are, you're going to be working on the very top right here. So if you started making this with me, we're going to start right here before the border of the buttons. We're going to start right here at the very top, right here, and we're going to put our hooks in there, and then we're going to start single crocheting around to make the foundation row, so we can start making these, half double crochets and chain ones. And I will show you how to do all of this. So let's grab our hooks and let's grab our yarns and let's learn how to do this. Now that I'm back, you're going to grab your cardigan and we're going to get started, and you're going to grab your white yarn. If you're wondering what that is in the background, that is my cat Sonia. She decided to want to lay on my cardigan as I wanted to record a video, so there she is. I'm going to give her a good look. She's got beautiful blue eyes, and yes, she is a Siamese. So you're going to grab your 5.5 millimeter hook. You're going to put your hook into the stitch. So what we're going to do basically is, this is where your buttons are going to be, and just a little bit past your border that we had done in a previous video, you're going to start right here, because this is the beginning right here of where your cardigan started, and then this is where you did your border. Okay, so you're just going to put it in the top right there of your cardigan, and you're going to join your yarn. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet all the way around the cardigan. Put your hook back in there, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop. Go back into that spacing, sorry, I can get the tail out of the way. Go back into that spacing right there, and you're going to do a single crochet. Whoop. Back into the spacing, pull up a loop. Actually, you're going to skip over one because we're going to get that twist again. So skip over one and just start your single crochet. Single crochet into every single stitch around your cardigan. This is going to be the start of making the hood. So single crochet into every single stitch, just like I'm doing right here. This will give you a foundation row. Now when you come back around, if I can get this, unbutton this real quick. So this is your border right here, and this is your other border over here. When you come back around and you see this little hump right here, you will stop in this stitch making single crochets. Okay, I will be right back with you once I'm done going all the way around the top of the cardigan, and I will end up right here. Okay, I'm back, and I know I said that I would meet you up when I got back around. I wanted to show you the shoulder right here where we had connected the front to the back. So in this one, you're actually going to do a single crochet decrease. So we're going to put our hook into the spacing right here. We're going to pull up a loop. Oops. Sorry. So we're going to put our hook into that spacing, pull up a loop, go over to this next spacing right here, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So in this corner right here, and I'm going to move it over, and in this corner right here, you're also going to do the single crochet decrease. It's called single crochet 2 together. And then once I'm done, I will meet you back up here. Okay, I will see you in just a few moments. Okay, so I'm back, and I finally made it all the way around with single crochet, and I have one last single crochet to put into that top before I get to my little border right here where we have our buttons on. Now, if you're wondering why I'm stopping right here, is because if you actually have a coat or any type of garment that you wear, you're going to notice on your coat that your hoods always stop at the border. So it stops right where the garment is, and then when they had a little border right here, then they will not put the hood over it. So that is why we are stopping right where the cardigan started, and we started the border on this side. Okay, so yes, my cat is still sleeping on the cardigan, and there she is with her little eyeballs closed. I'm gonna give her a little petty. She loves this cardigan a lot. This is one of her favorites. We're gonna go back. So we're gonna try something a little different. I'm going to try and make this very easy. So this is single crochet. This is your border, pretty much your foundation in order to get to your hood. Your hood is actually going to be a square like this. You make a square, and then you'll fold just the top of it, and then you'll sew it at the top in order to make a hood. But you have to make a big square, and that's what we're going to do right here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. And I'm going to try and turn this without disturbing her. Okay, so there we go. I kind of got it turned. We're going to try something a little different, something that I have done on a different cardigan for the hood, and I liked it. So we're gonna do half double crochets and chain 1s. This is what we're gonna do. Wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that same stitch, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through all 3 for a half double crochet. I'm going to try and move my camera up a little bit. You're then going to chain 1, and your next stitch right there, you're going to skip it, and into the next stitch you're going to do a half double crochet. Okay, this is pretty much what the stitch is going to consist of. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, and you will do this all the way around your cardigan. And you are forming these really cool open loops. This will make a really nice hood. Yes, it will be warm, and no, you will not have to worry about too many holes. That's why we're doing half double crochet and not double crochets. So I will meet you back right over here at this part right here, and I'll show you how to do row number 2. Alrighty, so I'm back, and I made it all the way around. I just have, looks like 2 more stitches. So we're just going to chain 1, skip 1, and half double crochet right into that stitch. Okay, so like I said, once we get to this point, I'm going to show you how to do row number 2. You can count this as a row if you would like. I normally count it just as my foundation row, so that way I can start my actual rows. So we're going to do this all over again. So you're going to chain 1. Let me just turn it real quick. Here we go. So you're going to turn your work, okay, and into that same stitch you're going to yarn over and make a half double crochet. You're going to chain 1, turn your work towards you so you can actually see the stitches. When you do it this way, you're not really sure if this is the one that you go into or if this is the space. Turn your work towards you to see the actual stitches on the top. This is the one we're going to skip, and that is the one we're going to go into. So we're going to chain 1 and go right into this stitch right here. When you turn your work towards you, you will know that you will put it into the spacing in front of the half double crochet, if that helps too. So if we go to the next one right here, as you can see there's 2 spacings, one here and one here. You will actually skip this spacing right here and you will go into this spacing right here. So you'll chain 1, half double crochet, not in the first spacing, the second spacing, if you do not want to keep turning your work towards you and seeing the stitches. So I'm going to work on this for a little while, and when I am done, for you it'll be just a few seconds. When I'm done, I am going to count my rows, tell you how many rows I did. One of the things I would suggest doing is, give me 1 second, I'm grabbing my tape measure. Grab your tape measure, and what you're going to do is you're going to measure, let's say this is my head right here. So with your shoulders right here, you're going to put your tape measure right on the top of your shoulders and measure it to the top of your head. Okay, that'll tell you how many inches you will need to crochet, or how many rows you will need to, well actually it's going to tell you how many rows. It's actually going to tell you how many inches you're going to need to crochet in order to get the length of your hood. Another thing you can do is you can add a couple of inches extra to your hood if you like more room. If you like it a little bit tighter, I would say just go half an inch. So example, let's say it's 4 inches and it's a little bit tight on me, so I'm going to go a ½ inch more. Or if you're like, I want a little more room between my head and the hood, you can go a full inch. Or if you really like a lot of room, you can go 2 inches. So it's up to you how many inches you would like to go. I am going to just keep crocheting a rectangle, and what I normally do is I put my cardigan on and then I put the rectangle over my head, and when I feel that it is perfect, so I'd say this is my head. If I can grab some of my cardigan here, let's say this is my head, like this, okay, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not just there yet, I need to keep going. Then I'll keep going until it's a little bit past my head right here. So like this, it'll be a little bit past my head, and then I fold it over to see if I like the hood, and if it fits nicely, then I stop, and then I will sew the top. I will give you some updates as I'm crocheting this. So the more and more I grow this rectangle, the more and more I will show you. And hopefully when that happens, Sonia, if you're wondering what her name is, this is Sonia. When she's finally done taking a nap on my cardigan, I will show you how long I made the rectangle. Okay, so I will see you guys shortly. Hopefully I will be halfway crocheted with this hood, and I'll show you what it looks like. See you then. So I'm back, and right in front of me is halfway through with the hood. As you can see, it's actually pretty long, and it's on the cardigan. And if you're wondering how many rows I did 14 rows, and it's 7 inches long. I need 3 more rows until I'm done. I'm going to do 12 inches. I measured my head, and that's the length that I got. So this is what the stitch actually looks like. I hope you like it. It's a very simple pattern and it makes a beautiful hood, and it also scrunches together like so. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. I will return when I am fully done with the hood, and I'll show you how to sew the hood up. Okay, so I'll see you then. Okay everyone, I actually finished the hood. I tried it on, but I found out, as you can see from the length, it's still not tall enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make at least about, I'm going to say 5 more rows of this. And when you are putting on your cardigan, I'm going to grab my sleeve real quick. This is your sleeve right here. You want to make sure this sits, this piece right here, sits on your shoulders. Okay, so you don't want this piece to be hiked up onto your neck. You want this to sit snugly on your shoulders, or snug, excuse me, snugly. And same with the back here. So this back piece right here, you want this to sit snug on the back of your neck. You don't want this to be hiked up. And so if that happens, where you have it sit snug, and then you just put this square piece right here on the back of your head, and you fold it like this, okay, and you feel like you're still having some more of your head that's sticking out, then you're going to want to do more rows. Because you want this, as you can see, it looks like a hood with the folded part. You want that to pretty much sit nice on top of your head, this piece right here, and you want to actually give yourself a little bit of room right in between here. So your head isn't sitting, move my camera. So when you have your hood like this, your head inside isn't up against the top of your hood and it's tight. So you want that piece to be loose. So I'm actually going to try and do 5 more rows, and then I'm going to test and see if I have that room I'm looking for, and if I am, I'm going to come back on camera and then I'm going to show you how to sew up the top of your hood. Okay, so I will see you shortly. Alrighty, I am back everyone, and I am trying to give you a really good look at how big the hood is. As you can see, it's really nice and big, and I finished it. And if you'd like to know the actual rows that I ended up doing 31 of these rows. I even counted the foundation row. So the foundation row was the first row that we had done, and then where these little holes are, this was our second and third and fourth row. So if you want to know how to count these, you just count the spaces, and that will tell you how many rows I have. So I was going to do 12 inches. Let me grab my tape measure and actually measure this for you. I was supposed to do 12 inches. I ended up doing, as you can see, 15. So 15 actual inches. Sorry, it was a little crimped. So it was about 15 inches. I know. So it was about 15 inches of what I did. I thought 12 was going to be the length that I was going to need, and it was not true, and I'm really sorry about that. So what you'll need to do is make sure to measure your hood as you are crocheting it. Make sure to always try on your cardigan as you are crocheting your hood. You want to make sure this fits over your head So when you fold it right here, this will be the top of your head. This actually fits, and you have a little bit of room in between, so it's not too tight on your head. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my crochet hook. Maybe 1 second. Here we go. I'm going to grab my crochet hook. We are now going to crochet up the side of our hood right here, and we're going to put it together. Okay, so I'm going to turn the hood. Now when you are crocheting up the side of your hood and you're wondering, should I do it inside or outside, it actually does not matter, because this will be reversible. Okay, so this is where I stopped. So let's say this is where you finished off. You knew how many rows you wanted, and it's good, it fits nicely, you tried it on. When you try it on, don't forget, this is where your head is going to be, and this portion right here where your foundation is should sit pretty snug on the back of your neck. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain one, and you're going to grab the other side and fold. Okay, you want to fold your hood in half like this so you can get to the other side over here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get this rearranged. So what I ended up doing was I folded it the other way. Okay, so we're going to start on this side. This is the opening of your hood right here. It doesn't matter if you start on the opening or if you start at the end here. We're going to start at the opening. And I still have that chain one right there. So what you're going to do is we're going to do a half double crochet back into this stitch right here. Okay. And do a half double crochet. And then you're going to go from, so in the back here, there's that stitch right here. You're going to go into the back of that last stitch from the other side. Grab your working yarn and pull through. We're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, so that slip stitches it together. You're going to chain one, and we are going to do the half double crochets and chain ones. So this little piece right here is where you're going to skip. As you can see, you're going to go into this one for a half double crochet. Okay, we are going to go into the other side over here, and into this one we're going to go through the back, grab the working yarn and pull through for a slip stitch. We're then going to chain one this time, skip that one, half double crochet into there. No chaining one, go to the back right here, go in from the back, which is actually the front, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, pull through the loop, chain one, yarn over, skip, half double crochet right into here. I hold it so I can go through all loops, no chaining, pull your project away from you like this, through the back, pull, pull, chain one, skip, half double crochet. Okay, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So if you fold it open, it actually looks like we're continuing that stitch onto the other side. And yes, you're going to have a little bit of an opening right here, and that's okay. We're actually going to do some single crochets. Maybe I might do some half double crochets and give you a little bit of a border, and we can close this off right here. Okay, so this is all you're going to be doing. So we're at the half double crochet, pull your work aside, find that next stitch right there, in through the back, grab your working yarn, pull through, chain 1. If you forget to chain 1, that is okay. Skip, half double crochet. Pull your yarn, pull your work away from you, go to the back, behind, slip, chain 1. Okay, and you're going to do that all the way to the end here. When I get to the end, I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I'm back, and it looks like I have one more step I have to do, which is half double crochet into this chain right here. Okay, and then you pull your work down to reveal this piece right here, and you're gonna slip stitch right, if I can get my hook in there, slip stitch sorry, sometimes this happens when you get closer to the end. There we go. And then slip and chain 1. So we're finally at the end right here, and we have these two pieces. So we're going to do the same thing right into this one. I'm going to do a half double crochet. I'm going to turn my work and into that very next stitch right here. Sorry. So into this very next stitch right here, into that stitch next door, I'm just going to slip, and there we go. And then I'm going to pull my yarn out so I can take a look at the hood. I am sorry, I have a tiny little screen, and so sometimes it can be difficult. So that is what your hood is going to look like, completely and utterly done. Okay, let me see if I can put my hand in there and kind of fluff it out, just like that. Okay, and this is also reversible. Sorry, that is my watch. You hear that tapping. And there you go. I'm going to reverse it so you can see what the actual hood looks like. Okay, so there you go. There's the actual hood. And so with this piece right here, we're going to snip it, and then you'll just sew in your ends. There we go. So there's your reversible, beautiful hood. And I am going to yarn over and pull through, tighten it one more time, grab my scissors, okay, and then we're just going to cut a little piece, and then I just pull right through. Sorry, I did that a little fast, but you have a loop like this, you'll just pull right through and it'll come right out. And then you'll just tighten it and sew in that string. So this is how you do your hood. So this is what your hood will look like onto your cardigan. Let me get you a better picture. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm absolutely sorry. I have a small desk, but this is what your hood will look like right here when it is on your cardigan. Okay, so that is what it will look like. Looks a little folded, I know. pull it up so you can see it. So that is what the hood, that is what the hood will look like. Sorry about that. And this is the Dragonfly Cardigan. So there is the pocket. Here is the sleeve. There's all the buttons. There is the other pocket. And there is the second sleeve. So there you go. That is the hood in a nutshell of how you crochet it. And again, this is the Dragonfly Cardigan, part number 5, and this is the very last part. The cardigan is completely and utterly done. Now we're going to do one more feature of the hood. We're going to connect our yarn and we're going to make a slight little border all the way around the hood in case your hood turned out to be too small and you want a little more room so your hood is more fully over your head. Okay, so I'm going to grab my yarn and we're going to get to crocheting this border all the way around the hood. Okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back and I grab my yarn and I grab my hook. So a lot of times when you make your hood, sometimes this hood is short. Okay, and when it's short, a few things you can do is make a small little border around your hood. You can make it really fancy, or you can make it really simple. We're going to do something simple. So we're going to join right here at the bottom. So this is the stitch where we joined the white yarn to make the foundation of our hood. So I'm going to go over one right here and I'm going to join my hood right here. And you can join this in any side you want. You can join it on the left, you can join it on the right. I'm joining it on the side where the buttons are. Okay, put our hook in there, we're going to chain 1, and I think a single crochet border will be very easy to do this. So we chained 1, we're going to go back into that stitch. Okay, we're going to go back into that stitch and I'm going to do a single crochet. Okay, and then I'm not going to go into this stitch because this is part of the hood. So we want to skip over that and try and find, we're going to be working up the side of the hood and we're going to just try and find places where we can insert our hook as a stitch. You can go underneath like this if you'd like. And then I'm going to go into this one right here. Okay. And I'm just going to find spacings. And what I'm going to do is for each of these spacings, I'm going to just put one single crochet into each of the spacings. Okay, I'm not going to do anything fancy here. Just one single crochet into each of the spacings. And you're going to do that all the way around, you're going to do that all the way around your cardigan. Not cardigan. You're going to do this all the way around the side of your hood. Okay, so you're going to go up and around the hood right here and down back to the side over here. And what I'm going to do is when I get right here, probably into this stitch right there, I'm going to, let's see here, where did I join it? I'm going to slip stitch into this spacing right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take a look at it and see if that is good enough, or I'm going to do one more single crochet. So I'm going to finish. I will meet you right over here and then I'll decide if I'm going to do another one. Okay, I'm back. And I know I said I would meet you on the other side of the hood, but this is the piece I was talking about when we were connecting the two pieces of the hood to make it an actual hood. This is the, excuse me, as you can see, this is the top piece of that hood. Now you're going to see these, let me see if I can adjust it. You're going to see these little bumps right here. That's what these are, little bumps. This is where we connected it, okay? And this was the part I said I was going to show you how to connect the two so it looks more natural. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to put my hook into here. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up a loop. Then I'm going to put my hook onto this side. I'm just looking for anything where I put my hook into. I'm going to pull up a loop. I'm going to grab both. I'm going to grab my working yarn and I'm going to pull through all three. Okay? And what I just did there was a single crochet two together. Okay? So I'm going to show that to you one more time. And the reason why I'm doing that is to join it and make it into one stitch instead of this huge bulky bump. Okay, so we want to connect it like this. Now you can do many different ways. You can do it like this, where you put it in both. Grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, and make a single crochet. That is another thing you can also do as well if you don't want to do the single crochet two together. If you want to do the single crochet two together, you're going to go into this stitch right here, or spacing, pull up a loop, go into this spacing right here and pull up a loop. When you have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to grab your working yarn and you're going to pull through all 3. And then you're going to continue to go into this big spacing right here and make a single crochet. You decide which 2 methods I just showed you. Either one of them is fine. And then you can keep crocheting along the side of your hood, going into each spacing. You may do 2 single crochets into the spacing, 2 into this one. It's your choice what you would like to do. It's your hood. I'm just doing 1. I don't know, I just like doing 1 instead of 2. 2 sometimes is a increase. You don't want to increase too many stitches and make your hood over bulky. That's why you do 1 single crochet. The other thing I'm going to suggest is when you finish making this single crochet border, go into a bathroom mirror or any mirror in your home, try on your cardigan, put your hood over your head, and take a look and see how you like it. If it looks good, you can leave it. If you don't like the way it looks, add another row. I am going to do that when I am finished making this single crochet all the way around the hood. I'm going to try it on in a bathroom mirror or in a mirror and take a look and see if I need to do another single crochet row. So I will be back with you when I'm done single crocheting all the way around this, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I have a few more stitches till I get to the end. I think I'll do it in one more, but we'll do it in this one. To this little stitch right here. Okay, and then we're gonna slip stitch right into here. And yes, I already tried on the hood, so I'm going to do 1 more row of single crochet. So now we're going to chain 1. Let's see if I can turn my work real quick. Chain 1, turn your work. Go back into this stitch for a single crochet. So now all we're going to do is single crochet to the other side of the hood. And when I'm done, I will show you what it looks like. Should be a nice, neat little border. I didn't want something too big or too small, so I think single crochets would look good. When I'm done, I will meet you back over here and we'll slip stitch into one of these little stitches right here. Okay, so I'll see you in just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm reaching the other side of the cardigan, the hood, and I have 2 more stitches to single crochet, and then I'm just going to slip stitch. Okay, put my hook into that stitch. Here we go. And then we're just going to slip stitch right here into this stitch. And then your hood piece is done. So I'm going to grab my scissors real quickly, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull that loop pretty hard, and then grab this yarn and pull through, and then you can just cut, and then you just pull right through and you're good to go. And then you just sew in this little string right here. So the hood is now done. I did the 2 rows of single crochet, as you can see right here on the hood. So this is like your small little border. The other thing too I did also forget to mention is if you feel your hood is too tight, you can stretch it. Washing it also helps relax a lot of these fibers. Or the other thing you can do is what I said earlier, you can put 2 stitches in each one. Or another thing you can do is instead of 2 stitches in each one for a bunch of increases, you can do 2 in 1. So 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, and you can do that all the way around the hood, and that'll give you a little more room so it's not so tight. I actually hope that you enjoyed this tutorial on the Dragonfly Cardigan hood portion. We are actually finished with the cardigan. So don't forget to drop a like, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time for another tutorial on an awesome and unique project. You all have a great day and happy crocheting. Bye-bye.